Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. This is Harry Muppet, and we are going to be casting game number 2 of the quarter-final between TLO and viOLet for the HomeStory Cup number 7. Down the bottom right side, we do have our blue Zerg player, viOLet, and up the top left side, we do have our red Zerg player, TLO. And you know what? I think I actually forgot to tell you guys how the round of 32 and the round of 16 went for these guys. I was too busy searching for the acronym Azubu on the website, and yeah, I completely forgot. So we're going to do that now. And yes, up the top left side, TLO man, he actually had a bit of trouble in the round of 32. He lost to Dragon, and he beat Harstem, but he did drop a game to Harstem. And yeah, so after that, he had to face off in the again. And he faced off against Dragon again and managed to beat him the second time, and that sent him on towards the round of 16. Now the way it works in the round of 32 is you got 4 players and you fight 2 of them. So TLO fought Dragon and Harstem, and if you win both of those games, you move through. If you lose both of the games, you're out. If you win one and you lose one, then you have to play off against the other person who won one and lost one. And yeah, that was Dragon again, so he lost to him first, but then he played him again, and he got through to the round of 16. And I don't know what happens when everybody loses a game and then wins a game. I'm not sure what would happen. They'd probably just start off at the start again, but yeah, so moving on to round of 16. TLO man, he beat both MC and Bunny. Now he did drop a game to each of them, but he did end up beating them. And yes, so that was pretty awesome. And what about viOLet? Down at the... Geez, that's some fairly fast link stuff going there and there from TLO man. So he's doing what viOLet did the previous game. He's getting quite a fast spawning pool, getting some nice heavy ling harass on early. And he should be able to do a bit of damage there. viOLet man, he went for a spawning pool after the hatchery. He has taught to sync him up, and this is going to be absolutely horrible for him. At least when he did it to TLO, TLO had a spawning pool before hatch, so he had some hope of defending this, but man, viOLet has no hope. Yeah, I think this is going to go down. I don't think there's any chance that this is going to survive. The spawning pool is going to come up, but the lings are just not going to be in time. He finally cancels it at the very last second, so good job to him for doing that and not just letting it go down. But now 6 lings coming out and a bloody spine crawler coming down. And I don't know if it's going to be enough, because these guys, they're going to do an attack move from there, and they should be alright, but he's just hiding them all in there, and the lings are just about to come out. But TLO, man, he's still got enough lings toward these upper with the workers as well, and with this spine crawler, he's not going to be able to take anything out there. But TLO, very wise, he's already moved into his expansion, and it's just going to be finishing now. So yes, very, very good play from TLO. And before I was rudely interrupted by all this awesome link play, I was describing how viOLet went in the round of 32. Now, he had a bit of a tough time as well. In the round of 32, he beat Baby Knight, but he lost to Bunny. And then he had to go ahead and fight Baby Knight again, and he did beat him again. So yes, that's how he got into round of 16. And round of 16, he lost to Hyun, but he beat both Hazuorbs and Thorzane without dropping a game to either of them. So yeah, very decent effort from him. And of course, losing to Hyun is not going to be anything to complain about. Hyun already beating MC and moving into the semi-finals in our first quarter-final. And yeah, so he's a very, very scary Zerg player. And speaking of scary Zerg players, man, viOLet is beginning up a couple more lings, and then he's going to do a push into TLO's base. And TLO already got a spine crawler, already got a couple of queens. I think he's got this pushed off, maybe? I don't know, but he's going to say... there he goes, he's got the wall off, he's got the queen behind it. So yeah, the lings might be able to get through there, but they would take an absolute beating trying to do that, and they're just going to push off instead. And how is the tech looking so far? TLO, man, quite a bit in the lead, about 5 workers. 5 workers is quite a bit at the start of the game. And viOLet going for the Baneling Nest. And yes, I assume there's going to be a retro one after that. His expansion is almost up, but TLO's has been up for quite a while, and Yeah, with the 2 queens on the ground. Yeah, he had a bit of trouble getting the queens out in the previous game. He was too busy getting other stuff, but he's got the queens down now. Everything is going well for him. And yes, I would not want to be viOLet in this situation, because we know that TLO knows what it takes to come back and win a game when he is on the back foot, which is what he did last game. But this game, he's been on the front foot the entire time, and viOLet is on the back foot. So I'm not sure if I like viOLet's chances too much. But we can never count him out, of course. We can never count out any player in this tournament. They've got through so many players so far to get to this tournament. And here we go, Ling's coming in. They're going to run straight past. The wall is still up though, the wall of Lings. And they're just going to do an attack move here. But one Ling manages to get through, and he's going to get a scout off, but not much else. So that is good though. He sees not much going on. Yeah, so he saw the Roach Warren going down, and that is going to be enough for him. He knows there's no crazy lair tech going on. He does know, actually I think he started the lair only after that Ling got the scout off. So that's going to be fine. Couple more Lings going down. I think they want to get a scout off as well. Couple more spine crawlers. There's actually 3 spine crawlers going to be down for this base, so he does want to bulk up his defense. He does not like what happened the last game, all those roaches just pushing in and just annihilating everything. So yeah, these Lings going to get a little bit of a scout off, but I don't think they're going to make it into the main base. There were 2 banelings waiting for him anyway, but not much to see back here. Although, scratch that, man, there is a Spire going on, so Spire is going to be very scary, but the thing is, TLO getting his 3rd base down already. He's got this small force ready to make sure that viOLet does not get his own 3rd base. And yeah, well, I mean, we've seen this before as well. We've seen a tech switch into Spires trying to counter the roaches, but the fact is, by the time you get your first mutas out, you've got about 20-30 roaches in your base, ripping your base apart, and mutas are not very fast at destroying roaches. So we will see whether TLO does that. I'm not sure he's going to, though. He's going for an infestation pit, which indicates to me that he may be thinking about some higher tech options, so we're probably not going to be seeing like a massive 12-13 minute roach push just to wipe everything out. We are going to be seeing some other stuff as well, and we can see some spore crawlers going down. Does TLO know about this Spire? The answer is no, but he may suspect that the Spire is theirs, and that may be why he's building the spore crawlers. Meanwhile, 7 mutas coming out, and yeah, infestation pit. It may very well be in for infestors. It may be for what's the damn thing? Swarm host. But I don't know about swarm host, man. I mean, they're good, but with mutas, man, I'm not sure what I would do. Did this guy see the? He did. The overseer went in and he saw the Spire. So that overseer, man, what a legend. And yes, TLO, man, he's going to have to think of something to do with that. He is getting a Spire of his own now. So yeah, I think he should be fine. The muta's coming out, really just laying waste to these roaches. TLO not choosing not to go for the nice roach timing, and I'm not sure if he could have done it anyway, because yeah, viOLet really getting those mutas out nice and fast. But TLO, man, going for some very ballsy expansion stuff going on. He's actually got the 4th base, but viOLet is going to see that, and this hatchery has no chance of getting up. I don't think he's going for the locust time. So this is quite confusing, man. Do not know what. No, sorry, this is viOLet. viOLet's going for the locust time, the locust thing. So he got mutas, and he's thinking about getting swarm hosts as well. And yeah, I'm not sure. I mean, mutas and swarm hosts. I don't know. I've never seen that combination before, so I can't say whether it's extremely potent or not. But a bunch of mutas, yeah, this muta cloud is getting up quite high. And TLO, man, he's in a bit of problems at the moment. He's got buildings being taken out, the Evo chamber getting taken out. I don't think he was actually building anything, but still, here we go. TLO is just going to counter mutas with more mutas. And there we go, it's taking it out to get around the backside. This queen is going to go down, the roach is going to come in, just wipe out all of the Lings. The muta's thinking about coming in, but they see the other mutas coming out. And, oh man, if TLO can come out from behind here and still get a decent amount of mutas, then he is going to be doing an absolutely fantastic job. We can see it's viOLet's turn to get out a crap load of spore crawlers. And yeah, what is going to be happening over here? Where are all the mutas from viOLet, man? viOLet, where are all these mutas? I do not know. They're over here somewhere. They're going to have to be down here though to deal with this very scary attack. But the swarm hosts are out there, and the swarm hosts are going to do quite a good job of getting rid of those roaches. And there's just going to be muta versus muta, and I would not say for sure that TLO's mutas are going to be able to beat viOLet's mutas. If we have a look, these guys 0-0, and viOLet's mutas 0-0 as well. But TLO is on the verge of getting 1 armor for his mutalisks, so yes, he is going to have the upgrade advantage. viOLet not really going for any upgrades for his mutalisk, and he may come to rue that in the next couple of minutes. If we see a massive muta engagement and TLO pulls it off because of the armor. I have no doubt that he will try and do some damage with his mutas as soon as that armor is finished. We can see 17 on 17. And yeah, he's doing a great job here. The armor is just about finished. Will viOLet turn around and try and take the fight when he's got a high ground advantage so he doesn't have to deal with the roaches? And here we go, the Ling's moving in here though. And TLO having to pull back all his ground forces to deal with that. Meanwhile, the air force is coming in. But they do not want to be anywhere near a spore crawler. And look at this, man. It just viOLet's I think he's got some reinforcing mutas in there. Maybe not quite, but TLO man's just running. And running is not a good idea. He lost so many mutas doing that. He is down. Actually, he's built up some more, but yeah, still not good. And meanwhile, viOLet has got a good position on his swarm host. He's had the time to get them out, and now they are in there. And they are sending stuff into this expansion, and TLO is in a lot of trouble. He's going to move in. He's going to try for some massive kills. He's going to do some massive damage. And the mutas for viOLet are definitely out of position. So he's going to be able to do a bit of damage. But yeah, I don't know. I mean, he might be able to do something. But it all comes down to the mutas versus the mutas. These guys have 1 armor. These guys do not. But viOLet building a ton of reinforcements. And they are going to be here a lot sooner. Mutas, TLO there, he's got a bit of an advantageous position. Getting some muta reinforcement. He's going to take him out. The muta's just wiping out the ground forces, but the air force is still going down. He'd love to take this base out, and I think he might just be able to do it. He's got to get that out. Oh, so close. I would have stayed the mutas back there to finish it off and taken a couple of hits, but here we go. TLO going to run around, and he's going to wipe out all these swarm hosts, but the mutas are hot on his heels. He's left 1 or 2 reinforcements in there to take those out. I don't know if that was a mistake or not, whether it was on purpose, but the muta's taken out all the swarm hosts. But here we go, the reinforcements from viOLet, they're going to be protecting their own swarm hosts. 2 of them managed to survive. And yeah, TLO man, but he's got all his spore crawlers to help out as well. So yes, it's going to be extremely, extremely awesome. And man, look at this. viOLet has gone absolutely nuts on the production of the mutalisks. He's got so many. He doesn't have the upgrade advantage, but my god, does he have the army advantage right now. And yes, I'm not sure what TLO can be doing anymore. He's having a little bit of trouble. I think he's behind economically. Yeah, 13 behind. The swarm host obviously doing some very good damage here. And yeah, what is going to be happening? Is that some sort of... I think the queens are transfusing the mutas, maybe? Is that what we're seeing there? I cannot say, but... All I know is that these mutas, the mutas from viOLet, are doing a massive amount of really good work, and he's producing so damn many of them, man. He's got the gas at all 3 bases, and his army is just completely getting out of control as far as the mutas are concerned. And TLO just cannot keep up with the amount of muta production that viOLet has going on right now. His 3rd base is just getting ripped apart. He's trying to get a 4th base. He's trying to push in here as well. But a couple of spine crawlers, I don't think there'll be enough. But yeah, will this good attack from TLO be too late? Is these mutas done too much already, man? And I do not know. But the spine crawler's going down, the queen going down, but the mutas come in just in time to take out all these links, and TLO gives the GG, man. The massive muta army has beaten him. And yes, congratulations to viOLet pushing back against TLO and getting that win there, so good on him. And we are going to be going on to game number 3 to see who can push ahead in this quarterfinal series. This has been Hairy Muppet. I will see you guys then.